What if I told you that the government has conducted experiments so disturbing, unethical, and terrifying that they were buried for decades? From mind control to biological warfare, these 10 classified experiments prove that truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. And number 1, it will make you question everything you thought you knew. Governments worldwide have carried out secret projects under the guise of national security. But some of these experiments were so horrifyingly inhumane that they remained hidden for years until now. Stay with us till the end, because the last entry is something straight out of a dystopian nightmare. Number 10. Project MKUltra, the mind control experiment. In the 1950s, the CIA launched Project MKUltra, a top-secret program aimed at developing mind control techniques. Using a mix of hallucinogenic drugs, hypnosis, and psychological torture, the government experimented on unwitting subjects, including prisoners, mental patients, and even everyday citizens. The most disturbing part: some of the subjects had no idea they were being drugged with LSD and other substances. Some lost their sanity, while others mysteriously disappeared. The program was officially shut down in 1973, but by then, thousands had suffered irreversible damage. Even today, people speculate whether mind control experiments ever really stopped. Number 9. The Stanford Prison Experiment, when humans become monsters. Though not directly run by the government, the Stanford Prison Experiment was funded by the U.S. Office of Naval Research to study the effects of captivity on human behavior. Conducted in 1971 by psychologist Philip Zimbardo, 24 volunteers were randomly assigned roles as either prisoners or guards in a simulated prison at Stanford University. What followed was terrifying. Within just a few days, the guards began mentally and physically abusing the prisoners, forcing them into degrading acts and subjecting them to intense psychological torment. Some prisoners had complete breakdowns, crying uncontrollably or refusing to eat. The experiment, originally planned for 2 weeks, was shut down after only 6 days. It revealed a chilling truth: under the right conditions, ordinary people can become ruthless oppressors. Number 8. Operation Sea Spray, poisoning a city. In 1950, the U.S. Navy conducted Operation Sea Spray, a secret experiment that exposed thousands of unsuspecting civilians to airborne bacteria. The military released clouds of Serratia marcescens, a microorganism believed to be harmless, over San Francisco to study how biological warfare agents might spread. But the test had real consequences. Several residents fell seriously ill, suffering from pneumonia and severe urinary tract infections. One man even died, though the government never admitted responsibility. Worse, the bacteria may have mutated, potentially causing long-term health effects. For decades, the public had no idea they had been unwilling test subjects. If this was just one experiment, how many other secret biological tests have been carried out without our knowledge? The truth remains unsettling. Number 7. Unit 731, Japan's Nightmare Experiment. During World War II, Japan's Unit 731 carried out some of the most inhumane experiments ever recorded, all sanctioned by high-ranking officials. Prisoners, including men, women, and even children, were subjected to live dissections without anesthesia, biological weapon testing, and extreme torture. Victims were exposed to deadly diseases, limbs were frozen solid to study frostbite, and some were used as living test subjects for new weapons. But the most disturbing part: after the war, the U.S. government granted immunity to Unit 731 scientists in exchange for their gruesome research. Instead of facing justice, many of these war criminals secured prestigious careers in medicine and politics. Their victims were forgotten, and much of Unit 731's classified experiments remain buried in secrecy to this day. Number 6. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study, letting people die. For 40 years, 1932 to 1972, the U.S. Public Health Service carried out one of the most unethical medical experiments in history, the Tuskegee Syphilis Study. In this horrifying experiment, 600 African American men, many infected with syphilis, were misled into believing they were receiving free medical treatment. In reality, doctors intentionally withheld treatment to observe how the disease progressed. Even after penicillin was discovered as an effective cure in the 1940s, the men were denied the drug, leading to immense suffering. By the time the study was exposed, dozens had died, and many had unknowingly passed syphilis to their wives and children. The US government finally issued a formal apology in 1997, but the deep betrayal left lasting scars on public trust in healthcare. Number 5. Operation Midnight Climax: Drugging Unwitting Citizens. As part of the infamous MKUltra program, the CIA conducted one of its most disturbing experiments, Operation Midnight Climax. During the 1950s and 60s, the agency hired prostitutes to lure unsuspecting men into secret safe houses, where they became unwitting test subjects. Once inside, their drinks were covertly laced with LSD, and CIA agents observed their reactions through hidden two-way mirrors. The goal? To explore the potential of psychedelics for mind control, interrogation, and behavioral manipulation. Many victims suffered severe psychological damage, and since records were incomplete or destroyed, the full extent of the harm remains unknown. This horrifying program continued for years, raising disturbing questions. If such unethical experiments were openly admitted, what other classified projects have never been exposed? The truth might be even darker than we imagine. Number 4. Project Bluebird: Torture for Interrogation. Before MKUltra, there was Project Bluebird, a chilling government experiment aimed at achieving extreme psychological control. Launched in 1950, this secret CIA program sought to develop mind control techniques using torture, hypnosis, and dangerous drugs. The agency experimented on prisoners of war, suspected spies, and even unwitting civilians. Subjects endured electric shocks, forced drug injections, and extreme isolation designed to break their minds completely. Some victims developed multiple personalities due to the brutal psychological conditioning. The ultimate goal: to create brainwashed agents who could be controlled like human robots, programmed to obey commands without question. Project Bluebird later evolved into the infamous MKUltra program, but many of its files remain classified. Could these terrifying mind control methods still be in use today? The truth may be darker than we imagine. Number 3. The Human Radiation Experiments. Between the 1940s and 1970s, the US government secretly exposed thousands of unsuspecting citizens to dangerous levels of radiation. Pregnant women were given radioactive cocktails to study the effects on unborn babies. Hospital patients were injected with plutonium without their knowledge. Soldiers were forced to stand near nuclear explosions to test their radiation tolerance. Many developed cancer, birth defects, or died prematurely, yet the government kept the experiments hidden for decades. When the scandal finally broke, it became clear that human lives had been sacrificed for science. Number 2. Project Sunshine: Stealing Dead Bodies. In the 1950s, the US government carried out one of the most disturbing secret projects in history, Project Sunshine. In a shocking attempt to study the effects of nuclear fallout, scientists stole body parts from deceased infants and children without parental consent. Thousands of bones and organs were taken from around the world to analyze how radiation impacted human tissue. Grieving families were never informed, and many buried their children without realizing their bodies were incomplete. The project was exposed years later, causing public outrage. But if such an unethical experiment could be conducted in secret, what else might governments have done without public knowledge? This chilling revelation raises unsettling questions about the lengths authorities will go to in pursuit of scientific advancement. Number 1. The CIA's heart attack gun. The most disturbing government experiment. A weapon designed to kill without leaving a trace. In the 1970s, the CIA developed a heart attack gun as part of its covert assassination programs. This gun fired ice darts laced with a deadly shellfish toxin. Upon impact, the toxin would dissolve instantly in the bloodstream, triggering a fatal heart attack that appeared entirely natural. Even a thorough autopsy would likely find no evidence of foul play. The existence of this weapon was revealed during a 1975 U.S. Senate hearing on CIA activities, but officials never disclosed whether it had been used. The very idea of such a device raises chilling questions. how many secrets have been buried under seemingly innocent deaths. Which of these experiments disturbed you the most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other shocking government secrets videos.